Hey, there we go. Hey everybody, hope you guys are all having a wonderful day here today. Bitcoin kind of going flat, so I think that means we've had a good day here for the first time in a minute. Before we get started here, Loki's really excited because he just got outside, so I'm gonna give him a little bit of a treat. They're like little doggy gingerbread men, but they're not ginger or bread. But anyway, here you go, Loki. And then there he goes off. So I am coming down with some type of sniffle or something like that. It doesn't really feel like a cold. It just kind of feels like a stuffy nose. So I don't know if it's sickness. It doesn't feel like a sickness. It feels more like just I got bad allergies right now. So you guys are going to hear a little bit more of a nasally mic today. But we're all going to have to live with it here because I still want to stream and talk to you guys about all the news today. Because Bitcoin went kind of flat. The stock market was having some issues with the NASDAQ. But maybe that's just the NASDAQ catching up to where Bitcoin is because sometimes the stock market does lag. And then, of course, some SEC news, some news about where the majority of the tokens are going right now. And then just, you know, chilling and having a good time, everybody. So, hey, Alex. Hey, Loxka. Happy to see all of you guys. Hey, Puma. Sounding a little sicker than the last stream. I know, right? Lots of stuff right here. And hey, Michael. Happy to see my man. Yeah, I'm definitely just staying hydrated at this point. The key, if you guys ever want to know to not being so sick, is that if you feel like you're getting sniffly and stuff like that, because I still might have allergies, something like that, don't let your nose have your mucus. Don't let it drip to the back of your throat, because that's what gets really irritating. That's what makes you cough. If you let it drip out of your nose and just kind of blow your nose every little bit again, that's the way to do it. So that way your throat doesn't get irritated. Fun fact. So let's kind of hop in here to everybody. What's right here? Why people saying we are in a bear market? It's a trend. We're in trend mode right now. And honestly, all the YouTubers out there are kind of in Denver right now for Ethereum Denver. So they all kind of get together, they share their opinions, they kind of all spam it all at the same time. All right, but anyway, so let's just kind of break down the technicals. I'm going to be really fast with this one because nothing has changed on the weekly chart at all. Still bullish on the change of character, bearish on the MACD, stochastic, and RSI. 3 out of 4 are bearish right now. If you go out for a real change of characters, you could even say this is a bearish move right here. I don't know what it'll take to actually make this bearish change of character, because usually once you start breaking down, to me, that's a change of character right there. Excuse me. I'm drinking too much water now. All right. On the daily chart, we still have that bearish change of character that we talked about for the last couple weeks. On top of that, a bearish MACD, bearish stochastic, and a bearish RSI. Again, all pointing towards more bearish moves. Only good thing we got going for us is what we talked about before, being able to hold the support, which currently, because we broke down below this last one, is just going to be the 200 daily moving average. 4-hour chart, this is where I start to see a little bit of optimism, a little bit of hope going into Friday and the weekend here. We might be able to see that the MACD flip over for temporarily. We've seen the RSI flip over a little bit recently, what, like 4 p.m., like an hour ago, basically? No, yesterday, excuse me. And so this is where I start getting optimistic that Bitcoin may have something of a bottoming out here, where there's an opportunity to get the rally back up. If you guys are going to buy this right now off of the MACD on the 4-hour chart and the kind of the optimism of the RSI, and the optimism isn't really there just yet with the stochastic, but you can see it's having higher lows here, so generally having a little bit of bearish divergence, or excuse me, bullish divergence there. You guys are going to be easy and don't make this complicated. If you buy right now, your stop loss is the low from the last couple days, which is right here, which is basically like 82,200. Don't be fancy with it. Don't do anything crazy. That's your stop loss, and you're going to wait to see if it grinds higher. That is a big risk trade because, of course, the daily chart is still bearish at this point. So usually if you were to do this, like back over here when the daily chart was still bearish, you had opportunities, right? There was a way to make money, but it ran up into resistance, and then after it hit resistance, it continued to fall back down. That might be the type of scenario we're looking at right now. The way you kind of have the opportunity to make more money than that is usually what you'll do is you'll sell 20% up, excuse me, 80% over here to 90% of your position that you bought down here when everything turned green, so right there. And then if it decides to go higher, which in this case it didn't, if it decides to go higher, then you have 20% or 10% of your position left in there to kind of ride that wave and make you some more profit. But you don't want to just say, hey, just because we've gone up so high, oh my God, I'm not going to sell anything and it's just going to go higher. I believe it is, because oftentimes you get slammed back down. It'll be very bad. And of course, every morning when we look at the market open up, it's just been a roller coaster ride, and these roller coaster rides have been how would you even say this? I mean, they've been predictably volatile. Predictably volatile. Look at that. I can't whistle too well. This one not actually too bad. I mean, a little teeny one, but not nearly as bad. You know, that American market right here, this one's a little more janky, but still good. And again, you have that volatility there. So you can see the majority of times the last week or so, oh, I don't think it goes back this far. But the majority of times we've had a lot of volatility there in that first few minutes. So if you guys are looking to do all of your fun day trading, unfortunately for me, maybe not for you, you guys have to be up a little bit earlier. I had trouble going to sleep last night, so I didn't get to sleep until 4 o'clock because of my nose and stuff. I had to chug a bunch of NyQuil to force me to go to sleep. And then when we have these Tokyo hours, there's still some volatility, right? Still some volatility, a little bit of volatility. It's just usually not going to be as much, usually. But you can even still hear. Late last night on Monday, big drop down, right? A little bit more sideways, 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 a little bit more sideways. So majority of the time, Tokyo is going to be more of a cool down period, or Asia is going to be more of a cool down period, and New York is going to be the big opportunity to buy. I still kind of stand by that. And if you guys are looking for great opportunities, you might have to wake up a little bit earlier, which really sucks because, you know, we all just want to trade whenever we want to, but some of those entry positions happen to be around morning time, if you will, right? Now, while Bitcoin actually didn't really do much today, you can see we bobbed up a little bit, had a little bit of sideways move, but basically we pretty much stayed where we were. You know, altcoins maybe didn't have the same exact reaction. Here's Ethereum. Solana, maybe a little bit better, but still not great right now. Dogecoin, trying to, not the best. Trump, no, right? So it just kind of depends. Some tokens are having better days than others. Even right now, the majority of stuff is down. Let's see. Anything up over the last few minutes? Not really, no. Nothing's really crazily down either, though. But on the other side, let's go over to the 15-minute chart, maybe the 5-minute chart. Let's get out of market hours. Does it have the after hours chart that I'm looking for here? Nope, okay, that's fine. Let's go to the daily chart. Dow Jones broke down today. Breaking down below this little support level means the Dow Jones may come back down here to the low 40,000, 42,000. So just be aware of that. Nasdaq, yeah, hit the next order block down, change the character. Momentum is all shifting down, down, down. Momentum gave you a warning sign back over here on Monday, and of course it continues to fall down. SPY breaking down below support, heading back down to the next order block here. Bearish signal starting way back over here again on Friday. So Friday, Monday, giving you guys some good signals there. And if you guys wanted to see it a different way, I guess you could see it like this on CNBC. Bearish, 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 bearish. And the VIX is up 10%. Surprise, surprise, surprise. We have some nasty moves. Everybody's freaking out. There was some news stories that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but before that, just so you guys have an idea. Baker's up 9% today. Barra Trade's up 8%. EGLD's at 5. ICP's at 5. Stacks is at 4.5. Injectives at 4.5. HBAR 4. BGB up 3. So there is some things, you know, that you guys can trade that are moving. It's just, you know, it's a lot more day trading than getting ready for any massive swing trades and things like that right now. Ooh, man, stuffy nose is horrible. There we go. Alright, so, and last thing, gold cooling off a little bit day by day as well here. Last thing, dollar index spiking back up just a tad. We do have more news about tariffs. We did have some videos about it. YouTube did not show my tariff video to anybody today, so I'm probably going to try to post the videos early in the morning or late at night. Guys, I did a video for you guys, and I think it only showed it to like a few people. Oh, right here, yeah. See how the arrows are all down? It's horrible. Horrible reception. Horrible reception. 137 views. Yeah, freaking horrible. Right, so it was basically about Trump and the tariff stuff going on. and Trump was saying some interesting things that I think you guys should learn about. So if you guys want to see that, go watch that video. But in case you guys don't, because I'm not that guy that's going to go say, hey, if you want to look at the information, go there. A gist of it is, he's giving himself wiggle room, a lot of wiggle room, if he puts tariffs on Mexico and Canada. He's not giving himself as much wiggle room when it comes to the EU and the tariffs on them. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does tariffs on the European Union and not doing tariffs on Canada and Mexico. And even if he were to do one on Canada or Mexico, I think he would do tariffs on Mexico before he would do tariffs on Canada, because he really just does not like the illegal immigration coming across the border over there. All right, let me back up a little bit more. I think this was, if I was to choose one big news story from the day that revolves around cryptocurrency, it would be this. I think all of you guys probably got a little message on your phone or from Twitter or X about somebody posting about this. The SEC says that most meme coins are not securities. This is gonna make things very interesting down the road when we do have more regulation, and when the government decides what type of securities, right, and tokens are allowed to be on exchanges. So we may see that there are exchanges out there where there's just not allowed to be meme coins if they're like these big mega exchanges, whereas if we stick to our BYDFIs, our Binances, our KuCoins, or stuff like that, then we could have the meme coins on there. So I'm curious to see how all that kind of works out. There you go. All right, and then a couple more things here. This was a long story. I read it. I don't think you guys have to read it. This is all I want you guys to care about. SEC dismisses lawsuit against crypto exchange Coinbase. That's it right here. More and more, we're seeing good signs from the Trump administration about cryptocurrency, but these are all things that really do well for us in the long term, and this isn't stuff that helps us at all in the short term right now. So we definitely need more good news for the short term here. And the only thing I can think about that is Trump saying no tariffs at all. I'm backtracking, which he's not going to do. And then possibly him saying, Jerome Powell, look at these horrible job numbers. You have to, you have to start to lower rates, because Trump is firing so many people from the federal government. It's affecting the jobs numbers. And if people are looking for unemployment and stuff like that, it makes the economy look really bad compared to where it is. He should use that as a leverage to get Jerome Powell to start acting to lower rates, because if he does that, it'll be fantastic for Bitcoin and the rest of the market. Will Jerome Powell fall for it, or will he be pressured into it, is a better question. If I was to guess, I'd say no, but you just never know, because again, he says he's data driven. He's going to be in front of reporters eventually, and they're going to ask him, hey, the job numbers don't look so great right now. Hey, unemployment numbers don't look so great right now. I thought you said you cared about the U.S. consumer. Right now, they don't have jobs. They don't, what are you going to do for them? And then he might be forced to say, hey, we might be open, to cutting rates sometime in Q2 of this year. Like another month and a half away or something like that. This was actually just an interesting read, so I'm actually going to read it to you guys a little bit here. But Assure DeFi CEO and crypto analyst Chapo predicts market value to realized value will peak around 3.2 this cycle, signaling the market top. And then let me go back over here. Let's see. No. There you go. An increasing MVRV signals a potential rise in Bitcoin profit takers. When Bitcoin hits an all-time high in 109,000 on January 20th, just before Trump's inauguration as U.S. president, the MVRV spiked to 244. Similarly, when Bitcoin reached its previous all-time high of 73,679 in March, the MVRV was at 2.67. As the MVRV rises, it suggests that more Bitcoin holders are in profit and likely to cash in some of their gains. Chapo said when profit takers sell to new buyers, the cost basis decreases, leading to a decline in the MVRV. Basically, as people like me and you that sell our tokens as Bitcoin goes sky high, we're okay selling off small positions, but when we sell those positions and somebody else buys them all up, if they have such a high average, if you will, when Bitcoin starts to go down, they will be more likely to sell and panic and just sell the whole thing, which can lead to much more of like a snowballing effect on the way back down. All right, yeah, that's all I want to talk about from there. But so far things we're not as high as we normally get when we top off. You can see, although it does decrease bit by bit, but we'll see. All right, got my music rolling. You guys can clearly tell I have some nasal stuff going on. A little bit of news here. Nvidia bounced from the 3 trillion market cap club after shares fall more than 8%. It was not a good earnings report for them. It was good, but like the forecasting is what everybody cares about. It wasn't great by any stretch. Google announces more layoffs in HR. That's kind of interesting. Meta plans to release standalone Meta AI app in effort to compete with OpenAI's ChatGPT. I'm very curious to see what happens here. I want to test out the app and see what type of data it takes away from me. And free speech stuff, not too important to me. Everything else here is like, more layoffs, AI, the $5,000 Doge dividend check. This could be This could be interesting. I'd be very curious to see if people actually get this or not. Everything else, I don't think it's really too crazy. The weekly jobless claims jumped to 242,000, more than expected. Latest sign of economic softening. Again, maybe we should just listen to this actually. Yeah, let's just do that. Is it going to make me watch an ad? That's the question. Loading ad. I'm not going to Burger King. Yeah, give me a second here, guys. Pause the music. CNBC. Morning, morning, morning. Where is... There you go.
It is Thursday.
Put my headphones on so I can hear what you guys are hearing right now as well. Let me turn the desktop audio up all the way and then we can play this very fast.
And that means we have a whole bunch of economic data that is just about to cross the wire. We're going to get initial jobless claims, revised fourth quarter GDP, January durable goods. Been watching the futures ahead of that, and we're still in positive territory. Dow futures up by over 100 points. The NASDAQ up by over 160. You've got the S&P up by about 35. Rick Santelli standing by at the CME in Chicago. Rick, let's take it away.
Yes, there is a long list of data points here, so be patient. GDP, second look at fourth quarter, 2.3 our last look, and it remains at 2.3. To put it in context, 2.3 was actually the weakest since the first quarter of 24 when it was 1.6. If we look at personal consumption, well, it actually remained the same. Many were looking for it to deteriorate a bit. 4.2%, very solid reading, the best since the first quarter of 23. The pricing index is leapfrogging. It is jumping. Price index moves from 2.2 to 4.2. I mean, I have to look at that twice. That almost seems like I read it wrong across the wire, but it is 4.2. That would be the hottest. We're going back all the way to the third quarter of 22 when it was 4.5%. Now, if we look at the PCE on a core basis, now this is a quarter over quarter metric, it jumped 0.2 from 2.5 to 2.7. That would be the warmest since 2.8 in the second quarter of last year. So yields, of course, are going to most likely pay attention to that. Some will say it's older data. Durable goods now, 3.1% on the headline. This is January preliminary, much stronger than the 2% we were expecting. 3.1 would take us back quite a ways. Last time you had any number that was even remotely in that region, you'd be going all the way back to, wow, really way back. You're going back to June of 2020. June of 2020. That is really a very, oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. July of 24, we had that one outlandish read of up 9.8% July of last year. Now, if we take out transportation, we can really see what happens here. Take out transportation, Becky, it goes from 3.1 to 0. To 0. And, by the way, we had a slightly positive revision for the headline number from minus 2.2 to minus 1.8. So part of this is a kickback from last month's weakness. Capital good orders, non-defense ex-air proxy for capital spending up 0.8. And that, of course, is a preliminary read. It's
Damn, he's taking a minute to get to the jobless claim, so I just want to go real GDP. There you go. Here we go.
More than we were expecting, and that is up 22,000 from a slightly revised 220. Now, 242,000 is still rather well behaved. It equals the exact number from the first week of 24. To find a higher number, you're going back to the first week in October of 24. And finally, continuing claims remain once again, other than one read over, actually not over, exactly at 1.9 million, and that reading was the second week of the year. It is hunkered down a little bit below that, 1,862,000. Now, after all of those data points, we are at 408 in the 2-year. Guess where we're at? 408 in the 2-year, up 1 basis point. Where were we in 10s? We were at 428.
All right, that's enough for him. But you can see numbers are just a little bit higher, but not enough to necessarily freak out everybody just yet. I think it was what, $20, not 20, 20,000 over estimates. That sounds about right with how many people they're firing, but just wait until they, I guess, how do I say this? A lot of the firings have been paused due to courts. When the courts have to eventually they'll say, hey, you can't stop this. He's the executive, right? Then I think you're going to see that number spike up a little bit more. But the more we see this number go up bit by bit incrementally, that's more stress for Jerome Powell to have to fix all this, which again, he can do by just lowering rates, which I think are just going to be a great thing for all of us. Let's see right here. How can they take the fear and greed index? We're at 10. Oh, how low can they take the fear and greed? I mean, it depends. I mean, here, let me go over to... This one says it was at 26, now it's at 21. I mean, it can go a lot lower. It could probably go down to like 5 or something like that. That's if we crash all the way back down to the 70,000, something like $72,000 support. That's what that would look like, and it would have to happen over the next 2 weeks, most likely. That's how you would get a real crazy level for the fear and greed index, if you ask me. So far, if you ask me, we're probably going to make some type of pattern here, right? We're still bearish, which means we should continue to come down here to the high 70s, and then that's where we have an opportunity to have another bounce off. Yeah, I'd be careful here unless you guys are really good at day trading. These day trades are going to be all over the place, which is why I told you guys if you want to get in there, early morning is going to be your best opportunity. And hey, gaming, happy to see my man. Hey, Digital K, happy to see you as well. Why is my channel Shadowman? You know what? I don't know. YouTube isn't sharing my content right now as much. It shows it a little bit, not as much. It likes to show off streams a little bit more than just me posting videos. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with it. I'm just gonna keep on posting, and eventually I'm sure the shadow ban will be lifted. I mean, I have been saying stuff that's anti-YouTube in some respects because they demonetized my channel. They wouldn't tell me why. So that's probably not a good thing for me to have been doing, right? Because I'm ticked off because I want to know why they not terminated, but why they took away my monetization. They won't let me know. So, fun fact about that. So maybe if I stop talking about it, which of course I didn't do a good job just now. If I stop talking about it, then things will go a little bit better. But yeah, who knows? But the style of video that I put out today wasn't a crazy one. Basically, I want to let you guys know some of the news that's going along. So some of the videos are just going to be me talking with you guys. It's hard right now because my nose is all stuffy, as you guys can tell. Some of them are going to be like, hey, this is what Trump is saying today, because Trump can move the markets based off of his tariff talk. So if Trump's talking, I'll do a video. The video will be like, hey, Trump says something crazy. Then I'll be like, hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about what Trump had to say today, and we'll say, hey, this is what Trump said. We'll play a video of what Trump's saying, and then I'll talk about what that means to the markets and how that's affecting the markets, right? I think that's a good type of video. Other videos are technical analysis videos. Other ones are just going to be, again, the talking head videos, but I just can't do it because my nose is all stuffy. But why shadow ban? Dude, I don't know. I don't know at this point. Will meme coins move? I still think so, yeah. I still think so. I think for now, though, it's more of just like you don't have to keep on throwing money at them unless you have some extra money to spare for a little bit more dollar cost averaging. I would just wait for Jerome Powell to start cutting rates, and then that's going to be a great sign for you to start investing again. For now, we really are relying heavily on Jerome Powell. Like here, Jerome Powell. Is there any news on him, actually? Let's This was 2 weeks ago. Federal Reserve's Jerome Powell says there's no need to rush on interest rate cuts. I mean, I think we should start thinking about having not 50 basis points or 75, but a 25 basis point cut wouldn't hurt, because you can see how the market's reacting to it right now and how the job market's reacting to it right now as well. It's not good. And he usually takes a little bit of time to figure out things are bad. Remember, let me ask ChatGPT something. And how long did Jerome Powell say inflation was transitory? Like, how many weeks? Let's see. Okay, here we go. So, I know you guys can't read this. Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve described inflation as transitory for about 10 to 12 months. A little late, wouldn't you say? From March 2021 to November 2021, the term was used frequently in speeches, press conferences, and reports, implying that inflation would be temporary and fade as supply chain issues resolved. However, by November 30th, 2021, Powell officially retired the word, stating that before Congress that it was time to stop using transitory because inflation had been more persistent than expected. So from the first mentions to the abandonment of the term, it lasted around 38 to 40 weeks, or, the 10 to 12 months. So he's very slow. So if we're seeing something very bad happen right now, like at our level, which we're not seeing something very, very bad, we're seeing something getting worse, right? He might not notice this for like another 6 to 8 months. That's the struggle that goes on with me and my personal thoughts about this guy. People act like he saved the economy. He did all this great stuff. He saved us from inflation. And I'm like, not to be hard, it's like, bitch, you're the one that said inflation wasn't a big deal for a whole freaking year, and then you get credit for allowing it to go high and then like it just going back down, right? Like, I don't think you deserve credit for that. I just don't. So I'm not as much of a Jerome Powell optimist as other people. I do understand why he's doing the things he's doing. I just think he's wrong. And just like how I talked to you guys about inflation being higher, not transitory, back in 2021, I'm like, to me right now, the economy is worse than what the government is saying it is, right? If you look at the numbers, sure, things are a little bit different than they were back in 2021. Things are like good overall, but that underbelly of the economy where everybody's like just doing their day-to-day stuff, that's where I see a lot of pain and suffering right now. Oh my God, I can't even breathe out of my nose right now. I need to go to the store and get myself some of that nasal spray. That's what I need right there. Will those go back up? I assume so, yes. Do you think the inflation data tomorrow will be hot? Which inflation data? It's not your CPI. What is it? PCE? What is it supposed to be? Forecast. Okay. 0.3. Year 2.5. 2.6 before. Well, it's supposed to be actually cooling down slowly, which is interesting here. I guess I would say because the PCI for the most part, CPI was actually hotter than expected. Maybe this one might be a little bit hotter than expected as well. But PCE is a little bit different, so because I'm no PCE expert, I'd probably just say it's going to meet expectations. That's probably your best bet right there. If it does, though, I think you could actually see Bitcoin jump up a little bit here because we have some good news. But, that's going to take a minute here. Look at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's still going down. We just talked about how Bitcoin was bearish not like 5 minutes ago, and like, look at it. We're breaking down again, right? About to hit that stop loss if you guys wanted to make that trade that we were talking about. Like, that's how fast all this is happening right now. Just a rough time out there. Back over here. But here, And hey, Bill, Showtime Talk. I don't know what talk is. And but hey, Bill, happy to see you, my man. And hey, Mike, fuck Donald Trump. I think a lot of people are probably feeling the same way right now because of how the market's going down. I'm getting all these messages on my phone right now, and I'm like, Bitcoin's going down, this is going down, Solana's going down, Render's going down, Goat's going down, CKB's going down, this is going down. Actually, one thing actually said it was going up. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if more people start to freak out a little bit more. But going back to one of you guys' questions here about influencers, I think it was Michael talking about all the influencers saying stuff. All the influencers, from what I know, let me see, I'll go over to X very fast. I think all the influencers, I should have went, but my boot, you know, I'm in a boot right now, for heaven's sakes. If you go over here to Bitcoin, what's it called? ETH Denver, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Oh, anybody see that Shrek 5 announcement trailer? It looked like trash. Yeah, see Crypto Wendy's over there. Right? Everybody's there to try to find sponsors to get some money. Ethereum Denver is absolutely popping. That does not look popping to me. Maybe it was good I didn't go. Jesus. Maybe this was early. Hold on. Maybe this was just earlier in the day or something like that. I don't see many people there. Messages don't seem that good. It's looking bad, bro. Okay, now I see what you mean. Real crypto face. Oh, what did crypto face say? Let's see. Ethereum Denver is for the gays and the furries. Oh, geez. If any of you guys disagree with me and you don't know what really goes on in Ethereum Denver every year, it's not your normal crypto event. All you have to do is ask and they say, and then they want to snatch your booty in all kinds of colorful hippie and weird ways, not lying. Holy shit. Yeah. That's wild, crypto face. So maybe me and crypto face did not go there. Let's see. Let me see if I can find out more. Concluded day one. Tron. Oh, that's kind of cool. I've drunk with those two guys many a time. They're really, really fun, and they're just chill people. That's Steven and that's Hunter right there. Good guys. Ethereum Denver attendance equal Ethereum actual on-chain users?
Yeah, if we get this right. So the cost of trust is... Yeah, if we get this right. So the cost of trust...
Damn, I wonder if they'll have this next year. I mean, there's a crypto party at Ethereum Denver. Spot 3 females in this photo. I'll send you an Ethereum. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, a Dogecoin. That's kind of cool. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, maybe it was okay I didn't go to Ethereum Denver. Damn. Damn, dude. Damn, guys. Ethereum Denver is crazy. More people here than Ethereum Denver. Shit. Oh, that's kind of cool right here, though. The dev activities. I mean, cool. I'm not a developer, so I don't know much. Maybe because it's just cold or something. Dude, people dressed as dragons and shit. You see that? Look at that dragon. Oh, Solana co-founder. Jesus. I think Denver about to be a movie. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of rough. I mean, the reason I'm showing this to you guys is because I know a lot of people that are here personally, but like I think this kind of shows the enthusiasm about Ethereum Denver. Just got to Ethereum Denver. Where is everyone? Same photo as before. I wonder if like Ethereum is a socialist, homosexually represented asset. Jesus, not here, there, yes. if I went here and I saw it was this empty, I would probably go party for the whole week that I was gonna be doing stuff with these guys. I'd be just drinking and having a good time. Arbitrum. Denver is cool, not gonna lie. I like Denver, but I hate Denver's airport. Yeah, wow. This is everybody's just in the stands. That's such a weird. Yeah, nobody's there. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, okay. Oh shit, Bitcoin, what you doing, baby? Coming back down to 81,000, getting bought the fuck back up to 82,500. We can kind of focus on this very fast. How's Ethereum doing? Same thing. How's Solana doing? Same thing. How's Doge doing? Same thing. How's Trump doing? Same thing. How's okay, everybody's doing the same thing right now. How's the dollar index doing? Spiking. It's always going to be the opposite. Well, not always. During rapid moves, it happens to be that way. But I wonder if there's any extra news here. Let me actually pull over this aside very fast. If you guys have any thoughts on Ethereum Denver, please let me know, because I've never been there before. And I was thinking about going this year. But my buddy from the Cigar Lounge was like, hey, I'll take you out to a roofing expo, and I want your help to do some social media stuff. And I'm like, I mean, sure, why not? A trip to San Antonio where I bust up my ankle, I just want to see if there's any breaking news. CNBC. No breaking news on top. Let's see. News. Tools, recent. Past hour. No, I don't see anything crazy yet. Maybe it'll pop up on Twitter in a few minutes. Oh, I see what you're saying, Bill. Showtime. See, that's the thing. I can't check your messages as much as I want to. For whatever reason, my teleprompter that I have, when I'm looking at you guys, I can put the text on there somewhat, but it looks so small. There's a mode for it where I can actually have all the chats going down it on real time, but it's only available for Twitch, not YouTube, which fucking sucks. Panatel, let's see what happens at 75K. Not there yet, but it is down here in the support level that we were talking about, right in there in that sweet spot. Just to show you that we continue going down further and further and further. Jesus, yeah. It's just rough. There we go. Let me pull this back out over here. Berkshire Hathaway up, everyone else down. I mean, the way I see it, I haven't really been selling as much as my crypto. I've sold some Bitcoin, as you guys know, last year, and I guess a little bit this year. But most of my selling off, as far as my assets, it's been more of big tech I've been selling off, and not so much of crypto. And the main reason is I have a lot more money invested in big tech, and when big tech falls, it falls just like Bitcoin. It falls like 60-70%. And people just don't talk about it for some reason. But it falls a lot. And so when it goes down, there's a company that's going to stay. I don't doubt that NVIDIA is going to survive. I don't doubt that Bitcoin is going to survive. I don't doubt that Microsoft's going to do fine. Google's going to do fine. And all those companies. So when I see them drop like a rock, I always buy them up because I know for the long term it's going to make me a lot of money. The trouble here right now is specifically for crypto, it's altcoins. Not Bitcoin at 82,000 is not a travesty. It's a massive drop from where we used to be. But to be honest, it's altcoins that are tearing out all of our souls right now. And hey, her, I'm happy to see you, my man. Berkshire, Craft, Heinz, Kohler, Waste Management are 45% of my portfolio. It's a solid portfolio, and it gives you nice little drips of dividends, which you can just reinvest in that sucker. And all of a sudden, once you get have a good enough drip system working for you, you just start dripping that out. You have a hobby right there. for me, my hobby with some of my dividends is cigars, right? Like, I don't want to talk about how much money I spent on cigars last month. It was way too much money. But I spent a little bit of money using my dividends last month. God, I feel like I sound like a monster. Because my throat is fine. Normally when I get colds, it's my throat and my chest. I've never just had a nasal cold. I don't think I've ever actually had one of these experiences before. Any news starting to get notifications? No, exactly. Getting all the notifications. There's no big news from what I've seen so far. We were talking about Ethereum Denver. We'll go back to it in a second here. But Ethereum Denver has nothing going on. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Watch your guru. Watch your guru. Bitcoin falls under 82,000. That was news, yes. Let's see. No, the last big news we had in our space was SEC says meme coins are generally not securities under the law. The only thing I really saw trending on X today was the Shrek stuff. This looks horrible. Not this part. This right here. That. Horrible animation. Horrible animation. Just horrible. Don't watch. I'm not gonna watch that. But I see it's number 2. I saw some stuff on the Epstein stuff. So I thought Pam Bondi was going to be on Fox News to like deliver some of this stuff today. So I was interested if I could like catch the news or the video later on tonight. It looks like they gave some of the files to influencers, and I'm like, fine, but that's not really what I'm looking for. Like literally go on news, go on television, have an actual representative of the government go out there for the Justice Department and say, hey, these are the people that we're talking about. Give it out to reporters as well. Even if it's just Fox reporters and Breitbart, I don't give a fuck. Like, let them have it. Then let CNN have it. Then let MSNBC, let them all have it. I think it's just important to do that, not with whatever the fuck they're doing right now, because I don't have any more news than I had before, because all this Epstein stuff is just like, it's all making fun of the fact of what they're doing, right? But no actual new news. No actual new news, right? No new news. And if I'm not getting new news, like, what the fuck is going on? But to get off of that a little bit, there's Tate brothers. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. England's prime minister was over here. Laura Loomer, maybe she's doing something. We'll see. Let's see. There are no Epstein files. The binders are props. Every single one of those right-wing paid influencers lied to all of you today. They engaged in deception to run cover for pedophiles. They posted selfies with prop binders. Liars and deceivers. Right? So she's not happy with it. I don't know much about this Loomer person. I know she's must be popular because she's at 1.4 million. She's a feisty Jewess. I don't know. Reminds me of that movie, Spaceballs. But yeah, so I don't know. That was kind of stupid as far as I'm concerned. And I wanted to hear some actual new news. You got me into cigars from wax pins. What I'll do here, because I'm just making, like, at this point, guys, in this YouTube journey, I'm going to really focus on streaming as my number one way to like reach out to you guys and talk and hang out. Whatever videos I post, because I know I'm kind of like in this weird shadow ban spot, I think I'm just going to post whatever I want to, and then every now and again a video will go viral. But the way my videos go viral nowadays is not by it showing it to you on the front page, because it doesn't want to do that anymore. I will give you guys a tutorial or something, and people have to search for it on YouTube, and it shows up in the search results, just not in like, hey, you're on YouTube, come watch the content, right? But what I'll try to do here is I will try to just open up one of my cigar boxes and just be like, yeah, here's some of the cigars I like to smoke, just have a chill time. But see, even with that, why would I make that a video? Why wouldn't I just stream with you guys saying, hey, buddy, cigar time, let's smoke a cigar, Saturday night, 8 o'clock, let's do it, right? I'm not going to be out. Actually, right after I'm done with this, in like 5 minutes, the stream, I'm literally driving an hour up to Seattle to go hang out with some buddies and smoke a pipe. Although I'm probably not going to be smoking because my nose. But I'm going to hang up there, right? Do some business with them. Then I'm going to come an hour back down south to go to a friend's birthday party, which is at a cigar lounge, in which case I probably won't be smoking it at all anyway, right? So I'm big in the cigar culture. It's very good for me. I like it a lot. Even if I'm not smoking with people, like I myself am smoking, I just like the environment of hanging out with guys and just talking about a bunch of stuff. Different ages, different ethnicities, everything. It's a good mixing pot of just how to have a good time and just, bullshit with each other. You can bullshit about politics. You can bullshit about the economy. You can bullshit about women versus men, all types of random shit. You can bullshit about all of it, and nobody cares, and nobody's gonna get offended. If people are getting offended by you, then there's a chance you're just in the wrong environment for you're talking. The good stuff the FBI hasn't handed over yet. Yeah, again, when it comes to this Epstein stuff, maybe I just need to have videos about all this, we're gonna have a stream just called Chill Time every now and again, and it's gonna be a little bit not crypto, but basically we're just gonna talk about what's trending on X, and I'll be like Chill Time, Epstein, Shrek, and Tate. You know what I mean? Whatever's trending on X or Google, I'll have those 3 titles on top, and we'll just start talking about those things. But I haven't learned anything new. I really haven't. So I'm really ticked off. Right? I just want to know what's going on. This is from MAGA Voice. Let's see. A group of ex-journalists. Can't you have a black guy in there? Where's my DEI to help? Let's see. Why they do it in phases, that instantly means there's still stuff being hidden and it won't be all exposed, right? Guys. I don't like this stuff right now. I don't like it. Too much stuff going on. Too much stuff pissing me off. I'm sick, which makes me mad already. And it's not even like a typical cold where I'm bedridden. I'm like, this is just like a stuffy nose. I just need to get some medicine. Once I get the medicine, I'll be good. But that means I gotta take my boot, take my cane, go walk into freaking Walgreens. Okay, where's your nasal spray? Go get some nasal spray. And where's your extra strength stuff? And then find my way back up to Seattle somehow. So it'll be a long freaking day. Chill Time, Epstein, Stretch, Tate. I think I'll skip that one, boss. I know, right? But it won't always be like that. It won't always be like that. It's basically whatever is trending, right? It may end up being something like Trump, Shrek, and and Mossad. It'd just be a lot of shit going on. But it would be a fun time for sure. But okay, buddy. Phase 1 is binders. Yeah, that's some bullshit if you ask me. I'm going to call it a day here. I'm having trouble just talking with you guys right now. You guys can just listen to this. Yeah, that don't even sound good, guys. Don't even sound good. I got one good thing going for me, though. I did not go to Ethereum Denver, which means I did not waste a couple $1,000 for a trip over there, because my God. Yeah. I went to a roofing expo, and the roofing expo was freaking awesome. Let's go over here very fast. Roofing expo. Yeah, they may actually have photos of it. Yeah, National Roofing Partners. They may actually. They didn't even post anything about it. Jesus. Okay, well, International Roofing Expo. This is what I went to help a client out, and it was a freaking fantastic time. I learned so much. Had a good, just chill. That's what it looks like. There's people all over the fucking place. You got demos everywhere. Some cool stuff going on. Lots of little things. The Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. It was fucking cold in Texas. It got as cold as 25 degrees. I bought swimming trunks. I brought swimming trunks to Texas, and I couldn't even use them. That's how bad this was. But yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff out there. Just a lot of cool stuff. And a lot of people. Now, I don't know any of these companies personally. I drank with plenty of them, to be sure. That's kind of how I fucked up my ankle. But the Roofing Expo, much better than what Ethereum Denver is going right now. Look at that. There's more people trying to learn right now, right? than there were actually at Ethereum Denver today. Right? Absolutely insane. I'm hoping it's just allergies because it is. I don't feel sick. I just feel extremely stuffed up, and I'm hoping it's just allergies. But yeah, I'm gonna get some nasal spray and stuff for that. So see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna let you guys see me give another treat to Loki. Loki. Oh, he was lingering. Oh, look at him. Look into the camera. Okay, sorry. Oop. Good boy. Yeah. And there he goes. All right. See you guys tomorrow. I'm going to try to record a video tonight, but I'm just going to like wait for my nose to clear up a little bit. I tried to use smelling salts before the stream, and it did nothing. I had these like in my pantry for like ever.